Yes, everybody, welcome back to Bordeaux. We are at the end of Season 4, our first season in Liga. We've had it pretty sweet so far. 3 consecutive promotions, get it back into the top flight. However, we knew this was going to be the season of difficulty. My squad was probably worse than what it was in Ligue 2. Lowest budget in the division, and as you could see, we've survived, which is fantastic. We would have taken that probably at the start of the season. Each season, hopefully our sponsorship's going to increase. We are due our main shirt sponsorship because money is tight. So that's the good thing. The bad things, the form. We started the season really well. We did the PSG game, and then look, first 4 games, we'd won 3 out of 4. So what a dream start. We then had Nice and Rennes, both defeats 1-0. Take that. Nice away, difficult place, and obviously Rennes, one of the biggest clubs in the league. Lyon then away, we won 2-1. So things were looking exceptionally good. And I thought, top half here, maybe even a European place, which would probably transform the club in terms of money coming in and maybe being able to sign maybe 2 or 3 extra players on free transfers. 3 consecutive defeats, followed by 3 consecutive wins. And then it gets messy. Marseille, poor result, but we are playing Marseille. Saint Etienne, away from home, difficult place, difficult game, and then Lille at home, 3-0. Then PSG 10-1. And I don't know what's worse, that or following it up against a 4th division side, losing 2-1 in the cup. Bearing in mind that money is tight, and I thought if we can just get through of maybe 3 rounds, that would probably give us around £1.5 billion, which would be huge. Bearing in mind, we're 3 million in debt and we've lost £500,000, it would have given us a nice little base to start off the new season. But we decided to lose against 4th tier. We then picked up a little bit, and then we finished with that. The last 10 games, we didn't win any, and we conceded God knows how many goals, including a 10-2 at Marseille, losing 7, drawing 3. So that's a worry that we're on the absolute down for the new season. Budget for next year looks horrendous. We have got a little bit of money to spare. If I get us 168,000, that's an issue. It's taking up all of our wages by just getting rid of all that money to make sure we're level. So we need to sell players. We are going to have a couple of players leaving. Will Fish, but he's going to need replacing. Karsdorp's leaving, 8,200. He's going to need replacing. Vertoot was a sub that we rarely use, but he was only on 900. Bakayoko's going to be leaving. We can maybe do a deal there, but it's going to be like for like. And then Lachaud, 250. He will stay. With that, we can probably get rid of a few, hopefully with some sales. In particular, Owen Beck, because he's got a year left. The British players tend to be a little bit easier to sell on back to teams in England. So fingers crossed, we can get rid of him. Try and get someone in maybe on similar wages, but then we can use maybe the 2 mil we get from him to put into the wages and help us. The problem is, the money that we're releasing with players is not going to be enough to probably get us out of debt. So then the board is not going to give us much in terms of wages to replace these players. That makes sense? There's also the other one in, where is he? Dane Scarlett. He's on 6 grand. Hopefully we can get rid of him. So what I'm going to have to do is be extremely patient. We're kind of really thin. If we go on appearances, there'll be a whole host. Remember buying that we've played in cups. There's a whole host that have been pretty regular throughout on all the injuries. So like them ones there. And then the rest have just helped out a tiny bit. Like some down here. There's about 25 grand's worth of wages in this area here. So it'll be really cool if we can trim the squad a little bit, be clever in what we do, hopefully sell a few players. And then what we're going to have to do in the summer is sign players late, because when you sign these players on free transfers, they always want to have big money straight away. So we're going to have to really delay it to the back end of August for a lot of players, see what's left, and then get them on better terms than what we would have if we signed them at the start of sort of like July. We need strength in attacking areas all across the wings. Romero, this is what I'm looking at for next season. We've kind of gone to this 4-2-3-1. We played a little bit of a 3-4-3. I will put this tactic in the for the Patreons. Link down in the description for that if you want to support me on the channel. That would be tremendous. We've got an amazing FM25 save coming on the channel, so really excited for that. I'll put this tactic in. We're just going to try and control games more. Heavily possession-based, low crosses, high tempo, playing out from defence, pushing extremely high up the pitch. That is the plan for next season. So, yeah. I'm not confident. I'm a little bit worried that we're on the down, and our budgets for next year are absolutely shocking. I just hope we can get rid of Beck, get rid of Dane Scarlett, and then hopefully with that, the players leaving, we might be able to do stuff. I'm also getting rid of a lot of my coaching staff as well, so that's going to be a turnaround. The new staff are going to want more money, so that's an issue. The under-19s is going in particularly well. We've got a few players potentially that will be maybe stepping up next year. As you can see, a couple are already 2 stars. Some are okay, but then some are going to be absolutely wonderful. We've got a new 16-year-old central midfielder. Look at him already, season away. And I'm thinking, like, I'm going to be really brave. Like this guy, Adam Gier, we'll go with. Not good enough yet, but sign a new starting left-back who's going to play maybe 25 games and then let him play. I think that's what I'm going to do. And on the other side, the same. We've got Flavorian Guichard, can play as a centre-back or a right-back, or as a holding midfielder as well. Have him on the bench, and then try and get a really quality starting right-back in there. And maybe the same as well with Perry on. Maybe not sign a left-winger, but bring Reninald Perry in on that left-hand side. He's had a tremendous season, 63 goals and 44 assists. Over 100 goal contributions from him. So he is definitely worth keeping around and maybe promoting him to the first team. So that's the plan. There's other players as well. Bordeaux, interesting attacking midfielder. So maybe we thin the squad out best we can and allow some of these youngsters. Vidal as well, not as good, but 19 years old. Capped French under-19s international, so maybe he can be a backup. So that's where I'm thinking for next season. Sponsorship deals, we'll always get $1 million in, and then the main kit sponsor ends as well. So we're going to get a new main kit sponsor. We're only getting 275. If we can get like over $1 million, that would really help, and that would probably promote us into a little bit of profit. Bearing in mind as well, did we sell anyone last year? No, we didn't sell anyone last year. So we kind of need to go on the basis, we probably need to make around, at the moment with our budget, maybe about £3 to £4 million worth in sales each season. Sign free transfers, get a good sponsorship deal in, and that will keep us even throughout the save. And then fingers crossed we can just build. Like for next season, can we finish higher than 14th? To be honest, if you could give me 14th right now, I would probably take it. But what we'll do is we'll come back in a couple of days. I'll do the transfer window. We're a million miles off PSG at the moment. We'll do the transfer window, see what can be done. Fingers crossed. I'm a little bit worried that we're on a bit of a sinking ship at the moment with everything put together. Money, form, players, tactic, everything, mood, morale, everything. But the board sees me, we're at A star by Christmas, and now they're seeing me as a B-. So we need to keep in that B. Play defensively solid football. Yeah, they're disappointed about that, but not that important. Make the most set pieces. So we maybe need to improve our physical profile maybe for next year, so we can be a little bit more threatening next season. All right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed it. Smash a like on today's video. Check out the Patreon. That'll be wonderful. And if you are getting FM25, I would really appreciate it if you use the discount link down in the description. It's the best place, best as in cheapest at the moment, to get your hands on FM25. And I get a couple of dollars as well per sale. Really helps me do what I do on here. Part-time job, supporting family. That would be absolutely amazing. So thank you. Take care. See you later.